I just spent like 3 hours fixing a corrupted mod pack just to be able to record this video. This is pain. Anyway, what's up, True Blue Flare? Fucking here with more of this modded Minecraft world. I said at the end of the last video here that in this one I would be building an automatic sweet roll farm with Create, and then if I have time, I'll be setting up a spell lab for Ars Nouveau so that I can do spell casting and shit. It's been a hot minute. Tears of the Kingdom released, and I've been playing that instead of this for the most part. It's been a couple weeks, because I did the short last week to stall so that I could, because I didn't feel like playing this. But anyway, yeah, doing an automatic sweet roll farm should get me back into practice for this, because yeah. So, I am gonna go over the plan real quick, because I ended up cutting out the part where I did go over the plan in the previous video. So what I'm gonna do to build an automatic sweet roll farm is the way that you do it in this is, let me just pull up sweet rolls. What the fuck is this? I didn't actually know that was a thing. Anyway, sweet roll. You use a spout milk onto bread. 250 millibuckets. It's like a partial bucket of milk onto bread, and you get this, and you get a sweet roll. So the way you would get the milk would be by milking cows as usual. As we went over with the last one, with when I was making the tree farm, a deployer can replicate any player interaction, any left or right click player interaction. So I could just have a cow in a small chamber being infinitely milked, and then have the milk bucket taken from the deployer, put onto an item drain to drain it into milk liquid form, and then recycle the empty bucket back into the deployer. So that much. I'm not actually certain how I would do this. Getting the bread's actually easier because you can bulk smoke dough into bread, and you can bulk wash wheat flour into dough, and you can get wheat flour by milling wheat. And you can get the wheat by just automating a farm with Create, because you have a mechanical harvester, which when put on a moving contraption, like how I have here, will harvest and replant any crops that it fully grown crops that it goes over. So I could just have a circular wheat farm with a mechanical harvester bar spinning over it, a portable storage interface to drop off the wheat and seeds, a filter to destroy the seeds because those wouldn't be needed, a millstone that these would go through. I would be using a millstone, not a crushing wheel, because there's not really a benefit to using a crushing wheel. So it's still a 25% chance either way. A second filter to get rid of any additional seeds. Because the reason I would need two filters, it would be to get rid of the seeds that the harvesters would pick up from the wheat being harvested, and then so that they don't end up in the millstone, because that would clog the millstone, and then another one to get rid of the ones that come out of the millstone. So that would get rid of both, and then they would be bulk washed to dough, and that would be easy. Just put a filter to hold the flour in place until it becomes dough. I need to make sure I'm recording. Okay, I am. And then another filter to hold the dough in place while it's smoked into bread. And then have the spout with the cow, as I had mentioned a bit ago. So it's a fair bit more complicated than this, but I'll be able to manage it either way. Also, wood is no longer going to be a problem. This is a really solid design. I could do a much bigger one, but I don't need a bigger one, is the thing. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting that set up by clearing out an area to lay out the farm, the wheat farm in it. So after setting this up, because this is the range of a fucking water source block for a farm, But after setting it up, I had a bit of a weird idea. So instead of having a circular arm like how I have for my tree farm, I could have the mechanical harvester beam go across a gantry, because that works a lot better for a square area. But I could have it go back and forth periodically. I'm gonna sleep through the night, and then I'm gonna show what I mean through the ponder system. Uh, just so that I can get my point across better, you know? But a gantry isn't all that expensive to craft, so when it rotates, it slides the contraption across there, and it can move attached blocks like how anything else can, you know? Any other moving thing with Create can. Reversing the rotation of a gantry shaft changes the direction that it moves in. Redstone powered that, whatever. That isn't relevant. I believe that I've never actually made use of that. But none of that's relevant. But anyway, you see how it moves the connected blocks, and then inverting the rotation changes the direction that the blocks move. So I'm thinking have the mechanical harvesters on their bar here, have it move across, at which point a redstone, where is it? A redstone contact, which when two touch each other, it emits a redstone signal, and it works on moving contraptions, so it'll emit a redstone signal whenever they touch, like that. So it would move across. It would activate a redstone signal over here, which would activate a mechanical bearing here to flip the mechanical harvesters over, and then that would emit a redstone signal that would cause the gantry shaft, which would be over here, to reverse rotation. So it would go back, so it would go this way, stop here, flip over, go back, flip over, go back, flip over infinitely, like that. I think that could be cool. So for that, I would need, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a moment. So that's... Oh, wait, yeah, that makes sense. 11 gantry shafts, a gantry carriage, 2 mechanical bearings, a couple of redstone links, which are that's wireless redstone. Let me think. How practical would this be, though? It would definitely be cool. But I'm thinking about how practical it might be. I think it would be good. Anyway, I'm gonna actually get the water and start planting the wheat. Alright, there. So, that is all set up and everything. So now I am going to need the... Brain, work with me here. Why am I stupid all of a sudden? Mechanical harvesters. And these are actually decently expensive to make, so I'm going to need 9 of them. So that means I need to press 18 of these. And so I can just pick this up, put the press back in, and then that won't be a problem. And then the gantry shaft. I already have this set up. Gantry. That's this. So it'll only be 2 sets of gantry shaft, which is just a redstone and 2 andesite alloy. That's not a problem. I'm gonna need a lot more redstone than just the 4 because there's... Wait, no, it was 1 redstone and 2 andesite alloy. I got it backwards anyway. But either way, I'm actually gonna be needing a lot more redstone because of the other bits of circuitry that this is gonna need. And that's andesite casing, slab, cogwheel. Not a problem. I believe I have some planks in here. I do. And do I have a slab anywhere? I believe I should have some laying around somewhere. I do not. Where the fuck? Could have sworn I did. Anyway, that's not a problem. I can just make slabs. Alright, cool. I should have set that a block back. There we go. And then the gantry carriage. And now for all the expensive mechanical harvesters. Massive hit to my andesite alloy supply. My fucking muffler got reset. God damn it. I was wondering why portals were so loud all of a sudden. Uh, Oh yeah, you need a block to place them off of. First, it's not efficient, but for aesthetics reasons, I'm going to be using andesite casing for this. Also, I am having it placed down in the wrong direction. Yippee! This should be 1 block further. Or at the very least, that's what makes sense in my head. Is to extend these 1 block further. Oh wait, no, wrong container. So, as I had said, it's not efficient, but it looks nice, so I'm going to be using andesite casing. So these need a block to be placed on. So that's good. And then glue. Yep, that looks good. So, I'm actually gonna sleep through this night. Alright, when I went to sleep through the night, I also made the mechanical bearings that I need for this plan. Actually, wait, no, that's not gonna work, because the mechanical bearings need to be activated. Can they be activated with a deployer? I'm Googling this. It didn't automatically. Minecraft create mod. Can deployers activate mechanical bearings? I mean, I'm not getting the information that I would need, that I'm looking for, but I could check. I could check or test it in game. If it doesn't work, I could just remove the flipping around, because that's actually just gonna be for aesthetics. That doesn't serve a function. In fact, it makes it more complicated. But it also makes it look nicer, which is why I'm doing it. So that and that, they would need to be facing this direction. Because what I'm thinking now is, as an issue, that could be a problem, is you need to, while they have rotational power, right click on them to activate it. Anyway, we do need a windmill or something good to power all of this with, because this is going to be an absolute monstrosity. Ah, fuck, I'm going full YouTuber mode. I've started saying we instead of I. Also, for this to work, I think I would need, sequence gear shift, which I never really use, even though they're actually really cool. I'll try making one, and if it has the option for a mechanical bearing in it... Why am I running all the way over here? I could do it right here. I'd be needing a bunch of these anyway. But if this has an option for a mechanical bearing electron tube, then... that would mean that this should work fine. This might actually make my portal cramped as hell as well, but I don't really care. Piston pulley gantry. I don't... Or... it might work. It might just be dumb enough to work. It might not be worth it, though. So instead, it's not going to flip around, because I don't think because, like I said, it overcomplicates it. And I think I know how I could make it work anyway. Oh, I know how I can make it work, too. Fuck, dude. I really want to have that do the thing. It would be so damn cool. But yeah, it would be super complicated. So what it would need to do, to have it flip around like how I was thinking, is imagine the mechanical bearings are in place. With the... actually, I could do it without the sequence gear shift. Or sequence gearbox. Sequence gear shift, never mind. I had it right the first time. So what it would do is it would go all the way over. There'd be a redstone contact. I didn't bookmark that. I should have that bookmarked, because I can't remember its crafting recipe off the top of my head. But anyway, it would have a redstone contact that would activate a redstone signal all the way over here, which would first activate a deployer to turn on a mechanical bearing, which I'm not even certain if that works, but it would be cool if it did. Which would attach onto the andesite casing and the all of its attached andesite mechanical harvesters, and rotate it 180 degrees this way, at which point a redstone contact on the mechanical bearing itself, or on this mayhaps. It would probably need to extend out another block to put the secondary mechanic or redstone contact. Why am I saying this like this? But it would do that. It would work with me here. And then it would activate a secondary redstone contact, which would activate a signal to turn off the bearing, I think, would be the next step. And then a signal that would go all the way over here which would be attached to a gear shift, did I get it right? Gear shift? Yeah, a gear shift. It flips the rotational power. It's a whole thing. But that would go into a gear shift to invert the rotation of the gantry shaft so that it would go backwards, and it would harvest anything that had grown within the few frames that it would be doing that. And then it would hit here again. It's a very complicated thing. I'm just gonna not do it. But anyway, I do need the redstone contacts still. That's simple enough to make. And I need 2 of them, so that's 2 sets of them. So anytime one of these becomes powered, it'll toggle this redstone signal. And that is... I think that's done. I do need more... portable storage interface, so that I can pull the... And onboard storage as well. How could I have almost forgotten that? Alrighty, if this is an automatic wheat farm, I would just need to supply it with power, and it would work. Speaking of which, should I? I've been recording for almost an hour, actually. Which is usually my upper limit, but I want to get the full thing done in this video. So I will make an exception, because I started a project, I'm going to finish the project. You know, I just want to say, it might not sound like it, but I actually do enjoy doing this. I enjoy the process of making this shenanigans. This is like the jankiest fucking thing I've made in a long time, and I kind of love it. Okay, so... quick review of everything. This will run. I already know this will run the moment I flip the lever there. Because I will make this go the other way around. So it'll go there, it'll hit that, and it'll go... Okay, that's all fine. This, we don't need to review. So... wheat and seeds go here. Seeds get filtered off to be burned here. I'm not even making words anymore. The wheat goes in here. And I can... Can I? I can. It just is a pain in the ass. With tunnels. So, wheat's going to go through here. It's going to get milled down into flour. And more seeds. The more seeds get here to be burned as well. Okay, and then the flour gets here, gets bulk washed into dough, which then goes over here, gets bulk smoked into bread, which goes here, and is going to get... The moment I give the cow, or the employer the bucket, is going to get milk spouted onto it, and is going to become sweet rolls before going into the chest. I'm going to set nonsense filters on things so that I can actually grab items off of the things to get the things set up right. And none of that made sense, but trust me, it did. Oh my god, I can't wait to be done with this so that I can rest my goddamn throat for a while. Also going to put brass casing on everything to make it look fancy. Or at least everything that is visible. So there's a lot of this that is completely covered up and will never be seen. Actually, I think I prefer... shafts without casing. So you can see the spinniness. Belts with casing, absolutely. I have one andesite casing left. That needs a backstop to stop any excess that the fan can't handle from going, spilling off the edge. Whatever. Things can be encased later. Except I'm gonna put these on these. Okay, this should be ready to go once I give the deployer its bucket. Hopefully. Hopefully nothing will go wrong. Oh yeah, also casing up here. These belts are visible. Yep, and then it's getting pumped up into the... Beautiful, so that's functioning. And then I flick this lever. It immediately stops there for no apparent reason. Like, man, this shouldn't have... Oh, because it harvested a whole row at once. Yeah, this move's a bit slow, but it's fine. And then this should make it flip around the other way. Yep. So that's going to go back and forth forever now. And that one being destroyed by the... This is fine. Oh yeah, this. I almost forgot to remove the placeholder funnels. And the placeholder funnels... Oh wait, no, the sweet roll placeholder funnel still needs to be fixed. Why? Oh. Because it needs a spot to put the next sweet roll first. That is... fine. And there we go! Sweet roll automation! Fuck! This was pain on my poor voice. My poor vocal cords. Occasionally, it looks like the spout runs out of milk for a bit, and then stops. But that is fine by my standards. This is a godforsaken abomination, but it's my godforsaken abomination, and I love it. Anyway, these ones I'm gonna encase. You know, I thought that it would be doing a lot more. I thought it would be a lot faster with the wheat farm. And whatever, that might be a limiting factor, but I can expand it, you know? This can be expanded infinitely, this direction. Anyway, time to claim and force load a new set of chunks around this, so that this is always running as well, too. Constantly sweet rolls are being generated now. Complete with seed disposal of this. And the reason, I just want to say, the reason I have it set up to only dispense the wheat flour when there's 16 or more is I have a good reason for that. That is so that it'll only it will only brain work with me here. It won't dispense it. It won't output the flour until there's 16 or more, so that this isn't wasting time by washing only like 1 or 2 flour at a time, or this only wasting time by blasting only 1 or 2 dough at a time. And I didn't intend to do that. I always like to put things like that on it just as a failsafe, so that if it's too efficient, it's not going to back up. This is not too efficient by that standard. Either way, the stack in 16 sweet rolls already, that's pretty damn good. So yeah, this is actually done. And it took quite a while, actually. It took 2.5 hours of recording. That's not counting the times that I paused the recording. I'm actually curious, where does the bucket sit when it's not being used? Does it sit on the drain? Yeah, because the drain is full, so it queues up the bucket to be poured out when the drain isn't full anymore. And then when the drain isn't full anymore, it'll actually pour out the milk from the bucket when it has the 1,000 millibuckets free. But yeah, so the pipes never actually store liquid. That's that one having the milk flow up through it. That's just an animation. It doesn't actually, they don't actually store liquid in it. But what does store liquid is the drain and the spout, which are both full. The drain can hold 1.5 buckets, and the spout can hold a bucket. So yeah. But yeah, the pipes never actually store any themselves. They just take it from here and put it here. It never actually holds any in the pipes. That's just an animation. Sorry for saying that like 4 or 5 times. I'm out of it from having done all of this in this video. But anyway, I had fun with it. I hope you had fun watching it. If you ended up liking the video, leave a like. If you ended up liking my content in general, then subscribe. If you know anybody else who might like my stuff, then share this video with them. If you have anything to say, comments are always appreciated. And I have my Twitch and my Discord linked in the description of all of my videos. I'm not super active on... Why is that here? That should not be there. I'm not super active on Twitch anyway. But my Discord server is, you know, it's a Discord server. You should probably understand what a Discord server is by now, if you're on the internet, you know? Yeah, that can't go in. That's a problem. I'm gonna actually wait for this to make a full rotation back so that I can fix that problem. But anyways, I've already done all my outro stuff. Anything after this is bonus. And then... So this isn't gonna... Well, this is gonna activate, but it's not gonna activate that signal. That's clogging that. So yeah, and now I can fix this. Because now it has wheat to go through. Why the fuck is it not accepting this? Oh, currently distributing wheat flour. So, me putting the flour in there completely jammed the whole system. But anyway, you already heard my outro stuff. And with all that out of the way, I'm gonna end the video in just a little bit. I'm not gonna do a second outro. But yeah, this is nice. I do like this. I forgot how much fun I have building random shenanigan contraptions with Create. Well, yep, that will. Just that none of that is wasted, is why I'm doing this. But yeah, I'm gonna get a screenshot for the thumbnail of the video. I want to be standing on this. My frame rate's getting screwy. Oh, wait, wrong key. Free cam. And there. That's the screenshot for the thumbnail. And yeah, with all that out of the way, that's the end of this video. Bye, bitches.